Welcome back to another video on Scotty's Outdoor Adventures. In this video I am going to be talking about Millersylvania State Park. As you can see here, I was coming in nice and early for an early morning run, but throughout this video I am going to use different clips from different days, different seasons. My family does spend a lot of time at this park, and I have actually heard from some locals that they don't really enjoy the park and they're kind of like, oh, Millersylvania is kind of boring. But I truly think that this is a hidden gem and there is a lot of stuff to do here. So I hope as we go through this video that you will be able to enjoy, learn, and if you're somewhere nearby, you're going to be visiting the Olympia, Washington area, it's definitely a place that I would recommend checking out. Here is the map at the parking lot where I parked today. You can see the red spot there by this first swimming area. I'm going to run down to the second swimming area down by the dock and then on the boardwalks there. So you'll get to kind of see that in order. Then I come back another day and I'll show you the area more close to these fitness trails up atop, but we'll get to that here in a minute. Well, there's the first swimming area. They have bathrooms and showers. Over there is one of the food shelters you can eat at. Nice peaceful morning here, as you can see. And I think it was about 6 o'clock in the morning. Actually, probably earlier. It was probably around 5:30. So there's no one out there right now. Just had the place to myself. Now I'm headed over toward the next swim area. As you can see here, there are picnic tables through the woods along the lake. There's a fire pit right there. And as you go through these woods, it's pretty well kept, so get some good trails, a beautiful area to take a walk, go for a jog, barbecue pit there. So lots of stuff to do at Millersylvania. And then here is at the next swimming area. Got a squirrel out there. As I turn back this way, at this restroom, actually during the summer, they open up right there in the middle, and they have ice cream. I think there's hot dogs and other food. This was on another day, obviously, when it had been raining, just past that shelter. The swim area is right back there where they're running. And then here's the dock. Lots of times people will be out swimming there. And as I turn back toward this tree, I will cut to a night when the northern lights were out, and that's the same tree there. It was a beautiful night, a fun experience.
Throw really hard.
Throw it real hard?
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna throw this piece and see if it sounds good. I don't know if you've ever thrown ice on a lake, but it does make some pretty cool sounds. All right, should we do one on the other way?
Yeah.
All right, you ready? Here it goes. Yeah, one's on that side too.
Let's go down now.
Here I thought I would share just a few more photos of times with my family. There's Ross out on the ice, taking his chances out on the dock. There's a picture of me on the dock during the Northern Lights. And anyway, we've had a lot of fun as a family out at Millersylvania State Park. As I head over this way, I'm headed over to the lakeside cottage. It was originally built in the 1920s. You can rent this cottage. It has 2 queen beds, 2 twin beds, and a fully equipped kitchen, bathroom. Also outside there's a covered porch, picnic table, and a fire pit with a grate. and it's right next to the dock area there, so that could be a fun place. If you don't want to stay in the tent, you could rent the cottage. Now I am headed onto the boardwalk section of the trail. It's a little bit bumpy when I'm running on it, but if you're not as heavy as me, probably not too bad. I just try to stay on the sides where the supports are for the most part, but there's some beautiful scenery to be had out there. Creeks and little ponds, and you can frequently see different kinds of birds. I think as I go over here, I point the camera to the side and you can see the trees there. Those two trees on the right are those two trees also on that night when I was looking at the northern lights. And that is a shot facing the opposite direction from that same bridge when I was looking that way. Speeding it up here, you can continue on this trail. You can turn right up ahead where this sign is, or you can continue straight. On this morning run, I decided to go straight onto the next bridges. You can see the little dot there on the map. So let's go ahead, full speed ahead, to see what we can find down this trail. I like that they put metal grates on this bridge. It has good traction even when it is wet in the Washington weather. As you get to the bottom of here, there is a nice hill to run up ahead. And off on the, if I recall, off on the left and the right here, there's kind of like a swampy bog area. I know the section to the right has lots of skunk cabbage. And now running up that hill into the beautiful forest. This is at the bottom of a long hill. Later in the video you'll see me sprinting down this hill with one of my sons, but just up ahead is one of my favorite places. There's a bridge. I always like to look and see if there's animals. Frequently I see awesome birds. Here in a sec I'll show you a clip right there when Alina and I ran here the other day. Here comes Alina. Woo! Now back to my run early in the morning. Let's see what we can find. So this was pretty cool. You can see the ripples in the water there. And a head pops up. And a head goes down. You never know once it goes underwater where to look next, but he pops up again over to the side. And back down. Anyway, always fun to see some animals out in the water. There he is in front of the log. Pretty fun time. Now on my morning run, I'm going to backtrack. So I turned back around where you saw Alina come out of the woods, but there's this side trail we're going to take onto these boardwalks, back to where those other boardwalks were. Back over by the dock side of the park. This is a little shortcut through the trees. Frequently when I'm out at Millersylvania State Park, I just like to take the time to look up and to admire the old growth trees that are there.
So I'm coming back from my run, and thought I'd share what these picnic sites look like. You can rent them. I think there's a light switch here. There we go. Anyway, they have fireplaces, stoves, running water, I think just during the right season. Ample space. You got windows. The lake is right out the window that way. Swim area is right over there. Anyway, these can be a pretty good resource. If you want to come out here, they do have outlets as well if you're using something electric.
I thought I would drive by some of the campsites so you can see what those look like. Nice wooded campsites. There's the restroom by the RV site, part of the campground. And then later on, I actually came here with my sister, my sons, and my wife. And of course, who doesn't love to roast some marshmallows? We had a nice fire, made some s'mores, the kids got to play, and we had a pretty good evening at the Millersylvania campground. I thought I would share these rabbits I saw, as we frequently see rabbits all over this park. I've also seen lots of bald eagles, like this guy here. There are osprey around the lake in the summertime, and my wife and I did have the opportunity to see 3 owls on an evening walk one time. So once again, just a ton of nature out there. Keep your eyes peeled and you never know what you'll see. Check out this guy here.
So came out to Millersylvania this morning. It is a Saturday morning. It is about 9 o'clock in the morning, and I just wanted to share that there's areas of this park that are often unutilized. So there's actually an entrance to the park right there. The ranger station is across the road, and this is maybe a quarter mile before the marked entrance.
I realized I said the ranger station, but I think it's actually the ranger sleeping quarters across the road.
My wife and my boys doing some morning exercises out here. This actually goes to the campgrounds, but you can't drive through here. It's for the rangers, I believe. But yeah, about I don't know, less than a quarter mile down there is where the RV camping is. And there's trails from the main parking lot as we go this way. As we go over here, I did see there is a functioning water spigot right here. There's probably only about 10 parking spots or so at this entrance. But right down there, there's a trail that goes over to the main entrance. It's probably about a half mile over to the main entrance parking lot. As you can see, trail. Right out there is the main road, Tilley Road. And these trails continue this way, and there's just a network of trails. All these trails do connect, so we'll try to share more about that. So on here you can see the main entrance right here from Tilley Road. So you come in, you got the main parking lot here, and then there is this side trail going up right here, and that leads up the road to right where we are now, where the fitness trails begin over here. Earlier, we went along the lake. I showed you guys these swim areas on a deep lake. Today, we're gonna go There are all sorts of loop trails that go up through here. You can make pretty much as long or short as you want. And one thing that is actually not even on this map, if you do end up running, and I'm gonna zoom out even more on here, if you do take the fitness trails or the lake trails down here, out here into the woods, there's this area out here that a lot less people use. There's actually a branch off a secret trail that eventually I might show you guys that goes down this way, and it goes to the quarry ponds. So there's actually, maybe right at the edge of the map down here, there is a quarry here, and there is about a 1 mile loop that goes around that is actually usually not that populated. In the summer you can pick blackberries. It's a little more private, so maybe we'll show that later on.
Frequently when we are out at the fitness trail side of the park, there are rabbits running all around out in this field. If you watch near the edges, looking for to stay close to shelter in the brush. And there's an entrance to the trails we're going to run on today, right in that dark spot. And here we got started this morning.
Today as we get to this first tee, you'll see there are maps at each of these junctions. And we're going to head down that way. Everyone's getting ahead of me, so I'm going to take off. Oh my goodness. Look at this Stampede of Lynn family race. Oh my goodness. Good job, Barrett. Whoo! My. Just out on our run. And once again, we've come across a banana slug.
Banana.
Just on his way. Cruising across the road at his own race pace. Anyway. Time to keep going, guys. So we're out with my kids today, and some of them are excited because it looks like some of the salmon berries are ready. That one's got some black spots, but they kind of look like blackberries except for they're orange. They're not quite in season yet, but we're excited for it to come. Come on, buddy.
Also, there's a big slug right there.
Oh yeah, got some cool mushrooms. Looks like they popped up recently. And it looks like there's a slug hanging out in there with them. That's kind of cool. So we're coming up to the junction that earlier in this video I was coming up the hill. Pretty big old tree, but it looks like about halfway up it broke off. Anyway, earlier we came up this hill and we went down the trail this way. I'm going to show you guys where the secret trail is. It's a little bit farther forward.
There's a red salmon berry up there, but there's all this thing.
Let's see. Oh yes. Looks like nice and high up. There's a nice ripe salmonberry. And down below, for those of you who aren't familiar, this is all stinging nettle. So these lovely leaves, if you go against the grain, are going to give you some hive-like things. They sting a little bit. So best to avoid those if you're wearing shorts or any bear skin, really. Looks like Eli found a log chair. They cut it into a chair at the end. Although it's a little high for him, his feet are dangling. Let's go find the secret trails, guys. Oh no, a Barrett bear. Oh, and he gives hugs too. Sometimes my kids like to run ahead and hide and scare us as we come down the trail. Yeah, lots of nice mossy, beautiful trees out there. One of the things that, another slug. One of the things that will let you know if you're getting close to the secret trails is there are the water bars on the trail. So those pieces of wood that help divert the water when it's the rainy season. The kids are showing me another slug. We've seen like, I don't even know.
I've seen
8 slugs. Yeah, there's a lot of slugs out here, but we're almost to the trail. I'll show you here in just a second. All right, let's keep going, buddy. Well, it looks like the secret trail, at least now. They have put up a sign here where it says Quarry Ponds. And actually, it looks like they've kind of cleaned it out so you can actually recognize it. And then we're at the bottom of a loop. You can either go back up that way, that's the way we came, or you can continue on. And if you are ever lucky enough, there is a retreat center. So that's kind of the private area of the park over there. And they have, I believe, cabins. They have a private swim area. There's tetherball, volleyball nets, all sorts of things. So I will show you the ponds here in just a second. Along here, got some foxglove. Don't need that. It will stop your heart. It's poison. Beautiful flowers out. And Scotch broom. People not from Washington sometimes think it's beautiful. Maybe it is, but here it's a weed. It's invasive and it grows everywhere. Catching up. There's the quarry. I'm going to take you over to one of our favorite spots. We'll show you the view from there.
Look, this tree is just sticking out.
Go for it.
I'm gonna be careful. I'm gonna do it in a deep part to see how deep it is. I saw how deep it is. So I need to dip it. I can do it in this. Should we go swimming with it? No! Yeah! No. I want to like...
Yeah, pretty beautiful. Should we keep running? All right, let's keep going. When you're done with the Quarry Pond loop, you're coming back from that way, and that's the other side of the loop. This is the trail that feeds you back into the main part of Millersylvania. So just take this trail. It's not really marked, but it shows a hiker, and that will take you back into the main trail system. Are you getting tired, Eli and Barrett? Tall grass out here, huh? The retreat center is back in there. It does have a road that leads to it, but it's closed to the public just for the people using the retreat center.
And look what I found.
Oh, what did you find, buddy?
I found one too.
Nice.
And look what I found. One, go!
Oh, coming in next, we have Rossi. Woo!
Well, I hope you enjoyed this tour of Millersylvania State Park, and it opened your eyes to the possibilities near Olympia, Washington. If you like this video, go ahead and give it a like, subscribe so you can follow me on more adventures and learn more about the things that are out there. Get outside and have some fun.